I was a U.S. park ranger for 12 years, stationed in the deepest stretches of the Pacific Northwest. People come to these forests for peace, but they don't know what sleeps beneath the pines. Before I left the service, I stole the classified protocols log, a list of strict rules every ranger is forced to sign but never allowed to speak about. Rule number 1, if you find a staircase in the middle of the woods connected to nothing, do not approach it. Do not look at the top step, and under no circumstances do you climb it. I broke that rule on a cold Tuesday midnight. I was on a solo patrol when my flashlight beam caught a pristine, white-carpeted staircase sitting right between two massive redwood trees. No house, no ruins, just 6 clean steps leading up into the fog. And standing at the top was a young woman, wearing a vintage yellow raincoat, staring directly down at me. Her name was Clara, or at least that was the name on the missing person poster pinned to my station wall from 1984. She didn't look older, she didn't look dead, but her eyes were completely black, reflecting my flashlight like polished glass. I raised my radio to call dispatch, but the speaker didn't emit static. It emitted a soft, calm voice, speaking directly from the receiver, even though my fingers weren't pressing the talk button. "Step up, officer. The view is much clearer from here." My boots moved before my brain could stop them. Rule number 2 states, if a voice in the forest knows your name, ignore it. But when the voice is coming from inside your own radio, your instincts shatter. I placed my right boot on the first step. The wooden carpeted floor felt warm, unnaturally dry despite the freezing rain around us. The moment my weight touched that first wooden stair, the ambient sounds of the night completely vanished. No crickets, no wind, no distant highway noise. Absolute, suffocating silence. Clara smiled, her mouth stretching slightly wider than a human face should allow. Her hands were tucked neatly inside her yellow raincoat pockets. "You think you are the ones guarding these woods," she whispered. The sound didn't come from her lips. It echoed directly inside my skull, loud and clear like a church bell. "You build trails and put up wooden fences, believing you own the dirt. But we were here before the trees had names." I tried to pull my foot back, but the carpet was sticky, holding my boot like wet tar. The air turned heavy, smelling faintly of old copper and dead leaves. Rule number 3, never look up at the tree canopy when the forest falls silent. I looked up anyway. Hanging upside down from the high pine branches above the staircase were dozens of dark, elongated figures. They weren't animals. They were humanoids with limbs too long for their bodies, swaying silently in the night air, all of them staring down at the staircase with pale, featureless faces. Clara took one step down toward me. Her movement was entirely motionless, like a cardboard cutout sliding down a groove. "Every ranger who climbs to the top step stays to keep us company," she said, her tone smooth, almost comforting. "Your station commander knows. Why do you think he sent you down Trail 9 alone tonight?" The realization hit me like ice water. The commander had specifically assigned me to this uncharted sector. He had personally handed me the fresh battery pack for my radio before I stepped out of the cabin. I unbuckled my heavy leather belt, left my boots stuck to the sticky carpet, and threw myself backward into the mud in my socks. The instant my body hit the natural forest floor, the sound of the storm rushed back into my ears with a deafening roar. I didn't turn back to look at the stairs. I ran 4 miles through the dark thorns and muddy ravines in my bare socks until I hit the paved highway. The next morning, I went back to the station to hand in my badge. My commander was sitting at his desk, sipping hot coffee. Before I could say a single word, he placed a manila folder on the table between us. Inside was a photograph taken from a trail camera at 3:12 a.m. that very night. It showed me standing at the bottom of the white staircase, looking up. But standing right behind me, her hands resting gently on my shoulders, was Clara in her yellow raincoat.
"You're lucky, kid," the commander said, without looking up from his coffee cup. "Most of them take the second step. Pack your locker and leave Beaconer District before sundown. If you ever go hiking in the American wilderness and you see a clean set of stairs sitting deep off the main trail, turn around immediately. And if you hear a quiet voice from the trees telling you to take a look, run, because nobody is coming to search for you."